Are you tired of all the uneducated noise you're getting from the droves of YOLO meme coin peddling douchebag gurus out there trying to use you as their exit liquidity? Would you rather learn a competent university level set of skills that will guide you in managing and investing for the rest of your life? Join us 3 days a week at Digital Investor. Develop your knowledge of game theory, cognitive bias, macroeconomics, monetary theory, investment theory, psychology of the crowds, and more. For more info on Digital Investor and how it can help you, reach out at nickblacknext.com.
Brandon.
What's up? Hold on.
Continuing with the salutations.
You scheduled tomorrow's stream too. Hold on, I gotta go fix it.
I always do 2 at a time.
No, one at a
Yeah.
time.
No, I don't. I always do 2. I do mine and yours every time.
No. I gotta go fix it. Hold on.
Okay. I mean, I'll bet you $1,000,000 fucking dollars that every single time I do it, I do 2 at a time.
No.
Because that's what I do every single time. It's never changed. I do this show and my show every single time. That way I only have to do it twice a week. Maybe you're misremembering, Brandon. Every time. Same thing. Hello. I think Brandon's got a case of the Mondays. Hello. Hello. We're going to get through all these hellos. Hello. Bam. Boy, there's a lot of them today. Hello. Yes, latest ASI merger. Yeah, they keep changing it. I don't even know. I read something about it a few hours ago. Maybe it's been changed since then. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they changed it about every 15 minutes. Because, a few weeks ago they had said, we're missing our June date. It was what? It was supposed to be June, 13th, 16th, something like that. We missed that. We're going to push it to July 15th. And then they said, no, now it's going to be July 1st. I don't know what's going on. I'm not real sure the people at ASI know what's going on. I think they're all kind of clamoring to get it done, which I guess is good that they moved up from the 15th of July. That's good. I think that they did not communicate very well with the exchanges. When you get a notification like, hey, we're delisting Fetch, there's another way to say that, right? We're delisting AGIX. We're delisting Ocean. The way to say that is those tokens are transitioning into another project or something other than we're delisting. Because normally you get a delisting notice. That means that, either there's some regulatory problem or some legal snafu, or the coins just no one wants them and they're just out. So what do you think, Brandon? Do you think they could have messaged that better?
Oh my gosh. That whole messaging thing, that's silly. I mean, there's got to be a lack of communication in Web3, or they did it intentionally. No, they couldn't have done it intentionally. I think that's just laziness and stupidity.
I don't think it's a lack of communication in, oh, damn, Brandon's gone again. They're getting him. The man's on him. You know what that was? That was the ASI team. I think the ASI team is going after Brandon. Brandon, are you on the ASI hit list?
You would assume, right? That's crazy.
So, yeah. But there keeps being news. I even saw a PDF floating around of what's going to be at the ASI conference. They're calling it the Super Launch Party or something like that. And I think it's going to be held on the 29th or 26th or 29th. 29th, I think, in Turkey or some weird place. Anyway,
Ooh.
yeah, I don't know, some place that you don't want to go because like 16-year-olds with long beards have AK-47s. But anyway, and that's
you're
like,
not going?
yeah, I'm not gonna make it. And it's the who's who of D-bags. It's, you know, the David Lakes and the Marios and all those guys, but that's fine. But it's also Ben Gortzel and the robots, and I think the twin team I think Bill will be there. That'll be kind of cool. I think he's actually like the MC of the event. I'm like, don't catch anything, dude. But so anyway, I saw a PDF of that and like all that stuff that's going on there. And it's like, looks like 2 days of talks. Toofy will be there. He's giving a talk. And I think that at that time, he's going to kind of make it clear he's made it clear, but he's going to make it clear the line between hypercycle and ASI, and that there's a wall. It's a wall where you can cooperate, where you can like throw stuff over the wall, but you can't like reach through the wall. So yeah, now as far cryptos, you said changing on the ASI merger. I don't know what else changed other than the dates. If you have other information, Brandon, did you see anything that was materially different?
No, they just moved up the dates for a couple of things.
So like
the
they're
fetch
just gonna
transition. Yeah, the fetch transition will transition sooner, but I still think the bridging will be later. I don't think that that's going to happen.
The fetch transition, I mean, I guess the way it makes it sound on the exchanges is they don't say there's going to be a conversion from one token to another. They just say straight delisting.
Yeah, that's bad language, and that's unfortunate. And that's actually what created a little bit of the initial drop, is because Binance said the same thing. I mean, they said it's going to be delisted.
Yeah, and
do you know how scary that is for like, we're already in an environment where like any news is kind of like, oh shoot, you know? And so when they're like, your fetch is going to be delisted, your thought is,
that's bad.
I better sell now. I got to sell now.
I got to sell before it's or transition to something else. So that's going to occur on July 1st, right?
Yeah, I think so. Sooner.
Unless somebody's seen something different that sent in the last couple of hours. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Other news. Finally, the civil rehabilitation. Are we going to talk about that behind the wall? Kind of what's going on with that? I mean, basically, you guys understand the MTGOX tokens that were stolen and then found. Yeah, the Mark Carpella. Sorry, the hackers that stole from Mark Carpellis's personal computer. Weird. Well, good news, everyone. Once they handcuffed him back in 2014, he found like 200,000 Bitcoin. They were in his couch. He was sitting there. Turns out they were in his couch.
He's like, oh, well, hello. Got this little thumb drive right here.
Oh, good news. These Bitcoin didn't get stolen. Oh, weird.
Jeez.
Weird. So 100% the guy's a thief. He gets caught. I think he did a couple years sitting in that kind of jail, and now he's out, and now he's going to end up making more money than anyone. Because since they found like some, Russian guy who was like, I took like 4 coins, they're going to put it all on him. And anyway, doesn't matter. So Mark Carpellis maybe ends up being the greatest thief of all time because he did it right in front of everyone's face. And he's not clever. The guy's like dumber than a box full of hammers. So good for him. Good for Mark. He's now going to be richer than Roaring Kitty because he stole stuff off of his own laptop into his own laptop.
Hey,
that's the Japanese legal system.
One way to make a living, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
So anyway, the rehabilitation is pretty much concluded. Those tokens are going to be the distributions are official starting. What day was that? I mean, there's a day on that letter, but it's here in like a few weeks. It's like everything is coming.
July 1st is, I think, what I have.
Yeah.
Everything's July 1st.
That's weird.
Is it weird? No, it's not.
There's
I
gonna
can
be
talk about that.
firecrackers in July 4th.
When we go behind the wall, I can talk about the whole timing of all that and
Oh,
why it happens that way.
oh snap! And
The
also, we're gonna talk about the biggest trade I ever made.
wait, you're talking like years ago, right? You're talking like years ago when you made
I'm
this
talking
trade.
hours ago. No,
Okay.
not even hours, not even plural, right?
No, it's not even plural.
Yeah. It started
Anyway,
with
that'll
some
be cool.
it started with some texting to Brandon and then and a
That's
couple of
that's how everything starts.
yeah.
It's a bad thing. I'm gonna do this. Okay. I'm doing it. Yeah, sounds good. That's funny because
So
I totally agree. And I front ran this trade in a micro portion to Nick, like maybe hours before he did. So it's
but
funny
see,
that we're on the same
Brandon
page.
does his shit on the fly. He doesn't ever hit. He tells me after the fact, oh hey, I did this thing, I made all this money.
Yeah, right. It's never making money. I'll tell you that. It's doing a trade, but I don't think it's ever
Well,
making
no, wait,
money.
you killed it on those rune things.
Oh, the runes. But that's sketchy, and I don't like to tell people about that stuff ever.
That was pretty sketchy,
Ever.
but it paid off.
It paid off pretty big style.
Yeah.
But that's also something that I converted to this trade also. So anyway,
Joseph, you don't get to say behind the wall. You're not a deputy.
that's true.
It's Neil.
Wait, one thing before we get behind the wall, because I got like literally, and I almost wanted to do like a little montage video of like all the messages I got, and I appreciate this from you guys, but I got literally 722 messages.
Oh snap.
One. The node licenses, if you go into them, they do show inactive. Let's go see here. They're brewing coffee now. Where the heck's going on? Oh, I'm on a VPN. Dang it. Stupid VPN. I'm on a VPN. This is going to be slower. Okay. That's not good, but it'll load through. It thinks I'm in another country right now, but it shouldn't affect like anything, but it does.
Why would you be on a VPN unless you were doing more shenanigans?
I don't know. But anyway,
maybe we need to have an episode each week called Brandon's Shenanigans.
This isn't true. Anyway, it shows that the licenses are inactive and it shows that they're not tealing or whatever it is. And so I think that's on Hypercycle's end, on their endpoint or whatever it is. They said that their endpoint's down. So it's like if you shut your computer off, it still keeps track of the time, but you just can't see it because your computer's off. So all good.
I have some potential Hypercycle news. That is big news.
Might be better, right?
Which I won't share publicly, but behind the wall we will.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I actually have 2 or 3 big newses, but the 3 of them they have to release because it's press release type stuff. But I think that'll be coming here in the next. I think after the ASI thing, I think they start doing their press stuff. But I have another piece of maybe news. It's something that's being considered, and it would have a drastic effect. That's all I'll say. Yeah. We'll talk about that behind the wall.
Okay.
And let's see. Neil deputized Joe. No. He didn't deputize Joe. Joe was not deputized.
Somebody else, I thought. Right?
No, it was who's the other deputy? Step forward, deputy.
We're gonna remember this. We could go through.
It's Taylor.
Taylor. Wow, that was good memory. I think Taylor. You're right on. That's good
Taylor
memory. Never would have remembered that.
And it's not like when they deputize you, they don't often give out badges. What would you, in the Wild West days, if you were to deputize someone like all these movies I watch, they like deputize people on the way into the bar.
Oh yeah, it's never a badge.
You three sober? Yeah, you're deputies. Oh,
it's just by
what's
word.
That mean? It means you can shoot anyone you want. Hell yeah, let's go. Deputies. Yeah. All right. Do we have any other housekeeping we need?
No, all good. Let's get behind the wall. There's a ton to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about.
I think
there's a lot to talk about.
We're excited to hear about your trade, mostly.
Tell us now. I would tell you, but I shan't. Yeah. So, for those of you that choose to join us on this endeavor,
We're going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow, and manage your portfolio like a pro. Join us now.
Did you know Facebook made all these new rules where you have to have a certain amount of people in your, like, following you? You have to have had an account for a certain amount of years or you can't live stream anymore. I think it's to
really?
prevent election scammy things from popping up.
That makes sense. I get that. Kinda. Facebook's funny though. Wouldn't they want just more people? Well, I get the